Hello, and welcome to our video overview of how SMS Pro meets the Federal Aviation Administration's guidelines for safety risk management, safety assurance, and the interaction of both components. This graph shows the FAA's prescribed process for safety risk management, safety assurance, and their interaction. Here's a basic step-by-step overview of how SMS Pro meets the FAA's processes. Most SRM activities are done in our Proactive Hazard Analysis Tool module, or FAT. In the FAT, you first choose your model, such as 5M or Shell, and then describe each system. Within each system, you will identify hazards by creating and managing them. For each hazard, you will identify credible risk scenarios where the selected hazard may manifest itself. Then, you will list existing control measures to mitigate these risk scenarios. Once existing control measures have been identified, an initial risk assessment is performed. Whenever a risk remains unacceptable, additional control measures must be implemented to either avoid, transfer, or mitigate the risk associated with the hazard. Here's where SMS Pro really shines in the interaction between SRM and SA processes. Based on hazards risk assessments, you will conduct monitoring activities for signs of changing risk level. You can monitor your hazards in the Hazard Risk Register module by reviewing the number of times each hazard was classified, its risk control, and its initial and recurring risk assessment. You can also monitor your hazards with trending charts and in the Goals and Objectives module. This data is acquired during the issue management process. First, employees will report safety issues. After reviewing the data, safety managers will assign an initial risk assessment to the issue. Of course, this data is tracked. Next, safety managers will classify the issue with relevant hazards that were identified. The classification options are populated from the hazards that were created in the FAT module. All classifications are monitored and tracked by the safety database. After hazard classification, department heads or subject matter experts will identify relevant controls with positive or negative impacts on the safety issue, allowing the SMS program to monitor the effectiveness of risk controls on an issue-by-issue basis. If no control exists, or an existing control has proven to be ineffective, it will need to be implemented with corrective actions and updated and documented in the FAT module. The safety assurance process is repeated every time an issue is submitted. And that's a basic step-by-step overview of how SMS Pro fulfills the FAA's SRM and SA compliance processes. As you can see, our process follows the FAA's very closely. If you have any further questions or comments, we are happy to provide further discussion. Thank you for watching.